Okay, so I wanted to give a little bit of an update. I don't really have a whole lot to update on regarding the truck. So where I last left off, I finished up the intercooler piping, got the blow-off valve welded on. I do want to stabilize this thing a little bit, but I didn't finish that up yet, so I started to order some parts for the downpipes. I do have 4 more of these mandrel bent 45s, so these are actually really nice. Stainless Bros 45 degree mandrel bends. So these are actually pretty good. They're nice and thick, easy to weld. So I plan on doing like a little 45 this way, a 45 that way, and then a 45 back down to go in between the block and the frame rail. I also did order a piece of this 1 3/4 stainless tubing because I'm going to rework that back runner. So the back runner kind of interferes with the steering shaft, so I'm planning on kind of going down around and swooping around the outside. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen those. I think they're on like the S10s where it'll go around and then the steering shaft actually goes through. I want to try to do something a little bit different than just running it through there, because then I would have to disconnect the shaft, put the engine and manifold in, and then reconnect the shaft. I think what I'm going to try to do is have like a removable rear section. So I ordered a 1 3/4 V-band, and I was thinking that I could probably swoop this little pipe out and actually have a V-band on here. Then I could split the manifold here where the bolt is and still be able to use a flange to hold that down where the bolt is. And it does still have the rear bolt section. So I've never seen it done that way before, but I was just thinking about it and thought that'd be kind of cool if I could just put this all in there without that rear section on, and then bolt the rear section on, put the V-band on, and I could put it on right around the steering shaft. So that's kind of the idea with that. I did order the V-band. It'd be kind of funny looking, like a 1 3/4 inch little V-band, kind of cool. Also gonna start working on the transmission stuff pretty soon here. I started to order some parts for this guy. Got the input shaft, I ordered a forward hub, rollarized forward hub, got new steels, new clutches. I would normally go with like a Jake's Performance Freshen Up kit, but they haven't had them on the website, so I don't know if they're just like shipping issues or cost issues, not sure. This stuff to buy individually was actually quite a bit more expensive than the Freshen Up kit, so maybe that has something to do with it. But that stuff's on its way. I'll start working on the transmission in a little bit. It would be nice to finish the steering column and the downpipes before I do all that, because then I can pull the transmission out, and then once I get everything situated, it would be the last time I had to put everything back in. Did get a new brake cylinder here. I'm going to replace the factory one. I might put a new booster on because that thing's all rusty. I put the Explorer rear end in it, so I just went with Explorer Master. And I haven't really gotten anything done this week because we're working on this stuff. So every year we do a plant sale, and this is kind of what we're selling. So this is kind of what we've been working on the last 2 weeks. So this is all tomatoes, and this is about half of what we had. We sold quite a bit of it so far. Do have some eggplant, do have nasturtiums, onions, a lot of melons, watermelon. We have basil and some other herbs and stuff over here, chives. Over here is all peppers. We have a lot of different kinds of peppers. And we have like cucumbers and zucchinis and lettuce and beans and all kinds of different stuff. Strawberries. So yeah, that's kind of what we've been working on the last couple of weeks. We've been doing this every year. This is our 4th year doing this, and it's actually going pretty well. So the rest of the day we're going to be kind of just cleaning this stuff up and getting it back into the backyard. A lot of that stuff we're going to plant for ourselves, and then the rest of it we donate. So we actually donate it to a guy who runs a program at one of the local schools, and he works on the gardening with the kids, and then he harvests everything at the end of the year. And then when they're done with the harvest, they donate the harvest to a food bank. So kind of a cool thing he does, he said this year he's going to have the kindergartners plant potatoes, and then the next year in the fall when they come back, they'll be able to harvest the potatoes. So kind of gets kids to get their hands in the dirt and start teaching kids where their food comes from. So yeah, just kind of a little update why I haven't been uploading, and just kind of waiting on parts and working on that stuff. So a few days I'll be started back up on this and start making some progress. If you made it this far, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.